stop touching my purse. That's my church candy. Lord, these skirts is getting short. About a week, I think. I ain't busy.
Good evening, and welcome to Eastside Baptist Church. My name is James Jenkins, the 14th, and I'm coming to you live today to tell you that the Lord has been watching you motherfuckers not putting nothing in the contribution box. Sister Jenkins, please point the person out who didn't put nothing in the contribution box today. It's the reason why our toilet in the church is not working.
No, it's not.
Because no one has been
The
putting
deacon
nothing in
did
the
that.
box.
Everybody
You've got
knows
to pay
that.
to hear about the Lord nowadays.
See, I
And
told
he
you.
gave me the word
I
to
told
give
y'all
it
that
to
they
you.
was doing it.
You motherfuckers better start putting something in the contribution box so me and Sister Jenkins can continue to ride these on that bitch.
Is that what we doing? That's what they be doing. Some folks be doing it. You are now listening to On One Radio, the talk show podcast station. I am Sister Such and Such, and welcome. For those that don't know about me, welcome. I am Sister Such and Such, and I'm an open-minded and raw person who says exactly what's on my damn mind, meanwhile telling the truth about it all. I don't sugarcoat nothing I say, so take it with a grain of damn sugar or love, whatever you want to call it, but call it a day. Yeah, so welcome, and welcome. Welcome, everybody. This is Sister Such and Such. Now, we're going to be talking this evening about some. It's a lot going on in the news as usual, and y'all know I sat back for a while and just kind of paid attention to what was going on around us. It's a damn mess, ain't it? Yeah, I know. Now, y'all know about the middle school teacher that allegedly told the ex-student she missed him, then sexually assaulted him? Like, what y'all think about that? Now, police charged Samantha McFerrin, 29, with allegedly sexually assaulting two former students in separate incidents. She had to get her a double dose of little kitty dick. That's a damn shame. Now, a former middle school teacher was charged with sexually assaulting two students last week. Now, that's after allegedly grooming them while she was their math teacher, according to a probable cause complaint. Folks is getting told on. And, well, I don't understand why they just keep playing so many grown men out there that want to give them some. I don't know. I just don't see it. Now, Samantha McFerrin was charged with a first-degree felony of aggravated assault, sexual assault of a child, and a second-degree felony of sexual assault of a child. She immediately posted a $70,000 bond and was issued an ankle monitor. Now, on February 11th, according to the complaint, investigators were contacted about an inappropriate relationship between a teacher and Space Center Intermediate School and a former student who had since moved on to high school. It's always a trail. It's got to start somewhere. It just goes to say who's really paying attention and who's not. And those who stand up and say something about this, kudos to you. You got balls. I appreciate you and respect you. Because closed mouths don't get fed. People that need help can't get help, in other words. Now, during the investigations, a high school student told deputies at first he didn't like the defendant, but then he decided to be nice to her so that he could sit with his friends behind her desk. Now, that's what was on the complaint. Now, eventually, the teacher asked for the student's Snapchat name and allegedly began communicating with him there. The complaint continues. Now, in August of 2018, when the student was in 9th grade, McFerrin allegedly began messaging him, telling him that she missed him. Now, this is all still in the damn complaint. Now, he also stated that this was how they began seeing each other outside of school. So you got to know what the hell your kids is doing. And you got to know what's going on at that school. Got to keep some open communication here. Shit. Now, according to the court document, the teacher allegedly had sex with the student at least 15 times. She wasn't giving this little poor thing a break. Like, shame on you, McFerrin. Get somebody your own damn age. They wasn't ready for that yet. Hell. And if they were, it wasn't for your ass to get. It was for a young lady to get. That's safe age. Like, they shouldn't be doing it, but damn. Don't take that damn innocence. You're supposed to be teaching more than sexual education. That ain't what the hell you was hired for. That ain't the type of teacher you supposed to be. Sucking the youth up out them boys. These teachers ought to be ashamed of themselves. But I'm gonna go walk. Y'all know how I get about this shit here. That's why I'm glad I'm done with the kids in school, because I can't, no, I can't deal with some of these teachers. I'd probably be, well, y'all know, but. Now, in November 2019, a student who was 13 years old went to the teacher's classroom where nothing inappropriate happened, he told investigators, but she allegedly sent him a text afterward telling him, next time we should kiss. That's kind of leading there, ain't it? Now, the superintendent of Clear Creek Independent School District sent a message to parents encouraging other children to come forward with any information. Now, they stated they believe current and former students of Miss McFerrin may have information relating to the law enforcement investigation. Now, that's what the superintendent, Greg Smith, wrote to the parents. That's according to the local TV station. Now, the station reported McFerrin resigned during the initial interview and had worked at the school since 2016. It's like you just build up careers to just throw that shit away. Right along with your decency, morals, and every damn thing else. You just like, you want to go straight to hell. I don't see that no other way. That is self-destructive if I've ever seen that shit. And y'all know people who do it too. You say I'm just sitting there self-destructing and you like. So what? So what am I supposed to do about this? Say something. It's always good to say something and find out what the hell is going on with these folks before they go over the edge on shit. Sometimes you can catch these folks beforehand, but I mean, that just puts everybody on high alert. Now, the teachers is doing it. Everybody else is doing it. Certain celebrities is doing it. I'm not going to put it on all celebrities. That shit ain't fair. Because everybody wasn't doing it. So. But now, McFerrin's attorney, Chris Tritico, I don't know why I want to say Trico, but Trico. No, that ain't right. Chris Tritico said he couldn't discuss his client's case because he was still waiting for information, but confirmed she answered a plea of not guilty. And that she's looking forward to a fair and impartial trial for a jury to weigh the evidence and look at it with impartial eyes, he says. Let's look at that with impartial motherfucking eyes, shall we? You grooming them little boys to take their dick. Yeah, I'll say that for the people in the back who missed that shit. As a teacher, sitting in a seat of authority and power, who is supposed to be molding young minds, not molding young cocks. This is not you worse than the ones that is sitting outside these schools in their cars waiting for 3 o'clock or whatever time the school get out. Waiting for little girls and little boys. But you in there. That is called wolves in sheep motherfucking clothes. Yes. Instead of molding their minds for education, she molding their cocks to fit her probably community ridden pussy, because probably don't nobody else want it. But I mean, there's somebody out there that'll want it. You ain't got to fuck with no kid, or you better buy a damn vibrator. Hell. Yeah, they got stores for that. You can do it online if you're too ashamed to go to the store. I'm just saying. Things can always be handled in a better way to where you're not hurting anybody else. There's young men out there that just look like they young, but they actually adults. Why you can't talk to them? Your self-esteem that damn low? I'm just saying. But looking at that situation now with impartial eyes says, you're not teaching them what you're supposed to be teaching them. Therefore, you are not doing your job, and you are abusing your position of power and trust. You are betraying not only that student, but the community and the school's trust. You're sitting there grooming them from one class to another. They leave your class, you miss them. Isn't that something? If you actually miss them in the proper way, you would tell that to the parent. If it was really you missed them as a student, if you saw the parent, you might say that because he would have been, in fact, reasonably one of your best students. Teachers have those. Well-mannered, do good in school, abide by the rules, and they graduate and go to a higher level. You end up with a classroom that maybe not have so many of them, that type of student in there. So yeah, you might miss them. But no. She putting hands on. He's getting to break rules, so that's perks. Perks for what? You're trying to meet up with them and all that there. That ain't cool. That ain't right. But that's what they doing. So looking at this from impartial eyes, I mean, you misleading everybody. You're wrong. That's just what that is. Can't be fondling the little boys' penises when you're supposed to be putting numbers and figures and teaching them the education that they need to know so they can go to high school and then go to college and have a brighter future. You putting the wrong shit literally on their head. Yeah, I said that. And then now, moving along, right along over to Harvey Weinstein. Now, I knew he was going to end up getting sentenced. I mean, there's been other movies that done came out about the same type of character out of Hollywood. So, I can see that. Now, he ended up getting 23 years in prison after rape and sex assault convictions. Did anybody think he wasn't? Because I figured that was going to get him. It's just interesting how they wait until they get all old, where they can't, they done already had their fun, and then you want to try to lock them up just in case they croaking them. Giving them the easy route, damn near out. But, I mean, we got R. Kelly and everybody. I mean, it's just, gotta get right now. Seriously, get right. If the bitch say no, no. If the dude say no, no. That's just what that is. I ain't your type? Okay, we're gonna lay that shit alone. So, Harvey Weinstein was convicted in February on charges of first-degree criminal sexual act and third-degree rape. So he was sentenced to the 23 years in prison in a New York City courtroom after his February convictions on charges of first-degree criminal sexual act and third-degree rape, according to multiple reports. Now, under the law, the judge could have imposed a sentence of up to 29 years. Prosecutors had asked for the maximum while one... I don't know, I just keep fucking up his name. Weinstein. That's that shit, Weinstein. I don't know how I said Weinstein. I don't know, hell. Pardon me. Now, his defense attorneys argued for the minimum sentence of 5 years. We know why that is, because his ass is old and they can try to pack that shit on there. We know the game. Now, in February, jurors acquitted him. Now, he was at the age of 67 then, of 3 other charges, including the most severe charge, predatory sexual assault, which would have carried a sentence of 10 years or life in prison. Y'all might want to leave some of these pussies alone. Some of these pussies out here ain't for y'all. It don't matter how much money you got. For that woman, it's the principles of it. She don't know you. She don't want you touching her. She don't want to have no issues with you. Just accept that. It's about 30 more other ones around the corner that's just probably dying, waiting for you to say something to them, and they'll go for whatever. But there's certain females, you just can't do it. When you do stuff, you can't expect that you're going to be able to just do that for the rest of your life. And I don't know. I always say people get comfortable, and I think just another person that got comfortable in what he was doing, because, 80 women have claimed they were victimized by him. The charges in Manhattan trial were focused on only 2 women who were former production assistant Miriam, Mimi, what is that shit? Mimi, Haley, Hayat. Sounds like some karate shit. And aspiring actress Jessica Mann. Alright. Now, she testified at a trial that he forcibly performed oral sex on her in an apartment in 2006, said at the sentence, "I believe that if Harvey was not convicted by this jury, it would happen again and again and again." Mann told the courtroom on Monday that her 2013 rape was preventable. This was a known offender whose previous crimes were covered up in a paper trail of non-disclosure agreements. Now, she went on to say, "I am forced to carry that experience until I die. It is a recurring nightmare that I feel is just as real as when it happened." Okay, but see, y'all know me. Y'all know how I am, raw, uncut truth, right? Okay, let's go back a little bit here. Let's go back. Let's be real about this shit. Okay. Where she said, okay, he forcibly performed oral sex on her in his apartment. Impartial eyes, you could have got out of that and went on about your business. I really think that on that. You could have got out of that. He was trying to get you some head. Okay, so way out of that, if you really want to get out of that, it's like a cat backed into a corner. They see no way out. They're going to come out clawing. Ladies, gentlemen, am I right or wrong? But that's just what I'm thinking. I don't know how clear they thinking on that part, but that's just something that got my attention right there. You can't forcibly get out of a situation where somebody is eating a pussy. That's an interesting concept. So I don't know. I don't know about that one. Now, the interesting part about this is that he claims that they had prior relationships. Okay. His word against theirs type of deal. Right? Now, it was reported that he appeared in court in a wheelchair and said before sentencing, "I can't stop looking at Jessica and Mimi and hoping something maybe from our old relationship could emerge." Is it true, or is it just because you trying to make it look good by saying that? there's always a question mark in there. Almost like reading between the damn lines. Now, many outlets reported that the disgraced movie mogul added, I think men are confused by all these issues. There are so many people, thousands of people, who would say great things about me. Mm. That's that fake sneeze, cough, and say bullshit. Because if you know you're not wrong, then you don't have to defend yourself. Because that kind of kills all that right there. Just a little common sense shit that some folks don't say is common. Now, prosecutors had asked for the maximum sentence for Weinstein. Prior to the hearing, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office argued in a court filing his sentence should reflect the seriousness of the defendant's offenses. He led a lifetime of abuse toward others, sexual and otherwise, the filing stated. His attorneys had argued for a 5-year sentence, citing his advanced age, medical problems, lack of criminal history, and charitable contributions. Let's stop right there, put a pin in it. What the fuck does his charitable contributions have to do with anything? Because if on the flip side, you having abuse parties or whatever the case may be, whatever you're doing, allegedly, why should that matter? Because you kind of, if you're doing anything like giving charitable contributions, first of all, are they to real? Are these real companies that you're sending this money to, or is this just something you got over in Sweden or something you got around a couple banks over that's a charity for you? But the act that you've committed cancels out any charitable donations you have given. So it's still the same. I mean, am I just old and batshit crazy? Because I don't know. Somebody tell me. Y'all send me an email or something. Let me know y'all heard what I'm saying. If you're on Facebook out there, y'all check me out. Check me out on Facebook and some of the other social media sites. I've been gone, but I'm back. And we're doing the damn thing. Because these folks is finna start getting put somewhat similarly on blast, as they like to say out in the streets. Yeah, I know that didn't sound right. The streets, I'm sorry. Whatever. So thank y'all for listening. And I'll see y'all next time. And y'all watch these teachers. And stop going to these expensive parties and then getting your pussy aches and then want to claim that it was took when you probably got paid for it, or you could have stopped it yourself. He was only eating pussy, I'm just saying, like, you got knees and hands, and, or maybe you liked it. Think about it. Just think about it. There's a reaction for every action, as well as the same goes for choices. So let's remember them, all right?
Welcome to Eastside Baptist Church. My name is James Jenkins, the 14th, and I'm coming to you live today to tell you that the Lord has been watching you motherfuckers not putting nothing in the contribution box. Sister Jenkins, please point the person out who didn't put nothing in the contribution box today. It's the reason why our toilet in the church is not working. Because no one has been putting nothing in the box. You got to pay to hear about the Lord nowadays. And he gave me the word to give it to you. You motherfuckers better start putting something in the contribution box. So me and Sister Jenkins can continue to ride these on that bitch.
See, that's that shit I be talking about. It is, ain't it? You've been listening to On One Radio, the talk show podcast station. This has been the Sister Such and Such Show, and I've been your host. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my talk show. Remember, if it looks, walks, and talks like a duck, then it's a fucking duck. So call it what it is. For more information on my podcast and videos, go to Spreaker.com/show/Sister Such Such. That's me. But it's to get it raw. While you're online, check out our Facebook page for On One Radio. You'll find a lot of interesting things over there. Also, while you're on Facebook perusing, check out On One's Day One's private Facebook group. It's for all the behind the scenes and the stuff that maybe I talk about that everybody don't get to hear. Behind the scenes stuff. Back porch conversations and whatnot. We're on other social media as well. Check us out on WordPress, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Tumblr, and Collide. On One Radio is raw, uncut, truth.